Hello Creative Tartanites and welcome to day 18 of 'Tis the Season to be Jolly journaling. Now today's prompt is what is your favourite winter traditions? Now note how I said traditions, so that can be many different traditions. What are the ones that you enjoy doing? It can be an old tradition, it can be a new tradition. I certainly started a new tradition a few years ago where I would buy flowers around about this time of year. So let's move on to what I'm going to demonstrate today. I'm going to demonstrate another type of folded pocket. Now I'm going to be using very similar materials that I used yesterday. I'm going to tie it all in with yesterday's page because this is the middle of the book. It is the same background, and so I thought it might be nice to tie it all in. So let me move this out of the way just for the moment, and let me bring this in. This is the same paper as I used yesterday for this pocket. It has a right and a wrong side. If you didn't see yesterday's page, I'll leave a link up here for you and you can go and check that out as well. So this is the right side, this is the wrong side. You can use any paper, pretty much any size really, because depending on the size will determine the size of the end product. But this is an A4, so this is around about just shy of 30 centimetres by 21 centimetres. And this I'm going to just mark where the middle is. So just a little crease there. And then I am going to bring that corner down and that corner. And that gives me the peak. Now I originally got the instructions for this from Terry Wood. However, when I tried to do it her way, I got myself into all sorts of bother. I wasn't getting the folds correctly, so I'm trying it this way. So I'm doing my folds up here first, and then I'm going to bring this in just slightly over the middle, and then I'm going to fold this in slightly over the middle, and I think this might make things a little bit easier for the folds. Now, as you can see, it is slightly out, but that's okay because it's not going to actually be noticed. Because what we're now going to do is we are going to bring this up to about here. You can decide how far up this is going to go, and this will allow us to tuck in our end. Now obviously if you don't put it far enough up, then it won't tuck in. I think I might just bring my fold down a little bit. Now this may require a little bit of fiddling to get it there. It's always best to make up your mind beforehand, because as you can see it's now got a crease mark, but you know, the kind of paper that I'm using, it's probably not really that noticeable, because it just looks as if it's just part of the paper. And I'm going to move the fold down here as well. I'm going to see if that is a little bit better, and it is. That actually sits much better. Sits much better. So I'm happier with that. So let's get it put into the book. I'm going to change my mind, and I'm going to embellish it before I put it in the book. So I'm going to put the book back up there, and I am going to embellish it first. Now I have some paper here that I printed off. Now this paper I actually got from Tracy Fox. Now this is more of Tracy Fox digital downloads. So again, please check Tracy out. She really is amazing. She has an Etsy store that has some awesome printables. I don't think you'll regret checking her out. I will leave all her details in the description below. So I'm just looking at this, wondering where about I want to actually, or which part I actually want, and which is up and which is down. I think this is actually the bottom. So I'm thinking I might take it from about, probably from about here up to about there, and I may cut it and adjust it. And I've just used my paper trimmer to trim this, and I think that's about right, and it might help if I actually had it up the right way. So I'm just going to use some double-sided sticky tape, and I'm going to fast forward this part. So there we have it. There's the pocket. So now I am going to put the pocket in here. And I think I am going to place the pocket about there. Now, giving it that stepped look gives it a little bit more of a cohesive look, rather than sticking it down here. It might look a bit daft. If it was stuck up here, it would leave too much space down here. So I'm thinking probably about there will do. Now again, it's going on to the paper, so I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue. Now I'm just going to run a bead of glue from the top to the bottom, then along the bottom and back up to the top again. and I'm going to press down. I'm going to use the cloth because I can see that there's some glue seeping out. There we go. That is that. So there we have it. That is our fold out pocket that when opened will give us plenty of space for journaling. And then we just fold it back up. Now I'm going to show you how to make tags to go in here. Now I've chosen this double-sided 6x6 card, and it matches quite well with the paper, the card that I used yesterday. Now yesterday's tag was just a little over 2 1/4, or it's just around about the 2 1/4 inches. Now I'm going to make this tag a little bit wider. So I'm going to make this tag 3 1/2 inches, I think. Now making a tag that's 3 1/2 inches will leave me with a 2 1/2 inches, which is around just a little bit bigger than yesterday's tag. So I'm going to make 2 tags out of this. And I'm also going to use more images to embellish this. Now I'm going to put this into time-lapse mode, as I think you might find it interesting to see what I do with the tags, but I think that you can probably learn how to make the tags without seeing it in real time. But if you have any difficulties, please just leave me a comment, ask me any questions, and I'll do my best to answer. So cue the music.
All year long I've been keeping track of when I've been naughty and nice. And from what I can tell, I've done more good deeds than I've told lies. I can only hope that Santa Claus and my records agree. Then maybe this year Santa's coming home to me. I have found the perfect tree and dressed it to the nines. I've even made little gingerbread Santas. There's nothing left to chance. This year, Santa's coming home to me. There's a rumor spreading all over town, but of course it's not true. They say Santa ain't coming around. Trust me, I'm waiting up for you. Coming down my chimney on Christmas Day will be a sight for eyes to see. This year's
there are my 2 tags that I made out of my 6 by 6, and all I did was I cut 3.5, which left me 2.5, and then I cut off the corners. I measured equal distance from the corner along the top edge and then along down the bottom edge, the side edge, marked them and cut them. Then took the corner from here, placed it over here, marked them and cut them. And the same here. I did the same distance from the corner to there, from the corner to here, marked it, cut it, turned the corner over, marked it, cut it. And there's my 2 tags. So let's bring the book back in and open to the page. Now I can pop one card in here and one card in here. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask me down in the comments. Don't forget to take care of your mental well-being, because the chances are nobody else is going to. Be kind to yourself. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.